What is this? Conservative women? Oh, I saw this one. This one's insane, bro. Like this is like a sad TikTok, and not for even the reasons why you think it is. Like everyone involved in this is kind of sad. This lady is kind of
tragic about these young, pretty conservative women. You're such a gaslighted demographic because one of the pillars of this ideology that you're bought into is that some people are just inherently superior and inferior people deserve to be exploited. And sure, women are technically property, but you don't have to worry about that because you are hot property. Exceptions will be made for you. So you're more than willing to play into this needlessly cruel game because you've been assured that you'll win. And soon the young winning man of your dreams will look at you and say, yes, that is what I'm supposed to want, and acquiring her will make me look like a superior man. And on your way to your superior life together, you will become his obedient, righteous, lonely domestic servant. Congratulations. Until one day, you get a scary mammogram. And you discover that he never signed up to be a nursemaid. And unlike you, the young 24-year-old bleach blonde at the office understands that he's the most important person in any room. And she'll have no qualms about poaching your mate because he's her ticket to a superior life. And at that moment, when the handle has snapped off of the basket that held all of your eggs, you might realize that you were flattered into giving your entire life away in service of a man who only ever saw you as a commodity, because I assure you, that is how these...
This is the most specific thing. I mean, there's like stats to back up the worst case scenario that she's describing. Obviously, we've talked about this before. One of the most common types of divorce that men instigate is often when they leave when their female partner gets sick. Like super high likelihood that that'll happen if you get like sick in any meaningful way. Obviously, that's a part of the patriarchal construct that she's describing. But like, this is such a, I don't know. I mean, it's just...
These men see you. And being hot property won't have protected you from a life of being used up and discarded. But here's the kicker. You'll have sunk so much of your life into proving your own politics right that you won't be able to direct that rage.
It just feels like she's projecting. I'm gonna be honest.
In the appropriate direction, because that will mean admitting that you were had. So there you'll be, a middle-aged woman with a pert haircut and great Botox, standing in line at a Kroger, making the fact that your life didn't turn out as promised.
It is so hyper-specific. It's crazy.
Because don't they know
the vibes are...
Exceptions are supposed to be made for you. Good luck, babe.
This story is my ex. Let's take a look at Kanye. What he's up to.
Being a multi-billionaire to not being able to use my Apple Pay. 4 nights ago, I couldn't use my Apple Pay because somehow Adidas was able to legally go in and freeze my money. And when I see this, I think, well, if this could happen to me, this could happen to other Americans.
Yeah, other Americans with billion-dollar deals with Apple. I'm telling you, man, it can happen to you too, man. Like, imagine if you have a billion-dollar deal with like a massive mega corporation, and then they just like, shut it down because you spend the entire month repeating unhinged conspiracies. Think about it, dude. Yeah. Yeah, no, Adidas is not coming for the $35 that you are keeping in your bank account so you don't get overdraft fees, okay? Nope, I don't think Adidas is going to do that to you.
And for what? This can happen to an American that didn't even steal anything. This could just happen to you for saying the wrong...
How can Adidas manipulate his Apple Pay? I don't think that Adidas manipulated his Apple Pay. I don't think that is what happened. I don't believe that. This is like the JP Morgan and Chase saga all over again. Kanye West, like, literally terminating his contract with JP Morgan And then JP Morgan being like, okay, well, we'll terminate your contract then, like you asked. It's exactly like that.
Wrong idea out loud for expressing yourself. I went from
Elon Musk says Twitter is done with layoffs and ready to hire again. Man, he's so smart. What is this? This explains it perfectly. Why can't I play it? If tech workers are real workers, why can't I watch a TikTok
I don't know
video?
if this is too radical for TikTok, but if you are making fun of people who got laid off from their tech jobs, you're being a class traitor. Because every time you joke and say, oh, well, tech workers were just drinking coffee and doing yoga all day, you're giving their boss ammunition to treat them worse. And you might think that's fine, but that drags the baseline down for everyone. The goal for all workers should be that we're doing yoga and drinking coffee all day. That sounds delightful. I don't know if this is too radical for TikTok, but if you are making fun of people,
I can't wait to watch all the Musk is a genius for downsizing reply guys to do mental gymnastics to justify hiring more. No, they're gonna do they're not gonna have to do mental gymnastics. Musk is trying to hire people for a way smaller price point. He kicked out all the people that would be costly, and now he's moving on to he's gonna rehire people at a cheaper price. That's it. And also simultaneously actively holding visa workers. Anyway, as a tech worker, I can tell you right now that no one is rushing to work in an office at Twitter for less pay. I know that he's not going to go after people like that, though. He's going to go after new employees like that are fresh out of college. And let's be real. What is this?
Why was 6 afraid of 7? Sign 21. Do you guys get it? Let me explain. So if we have a unit circle and we draw a triangle on it, let's make this angle right here equal to 21 degrees. That'd make this angle down here 69 degrees. Nice. But that's not the punchline. Next, let's give these sides A, B, and C. The sine of 21 degrees is going to be the opposite A over the hypotenuse C. And the cosine of the 69 degrees is going to be the adjacent A over the hypotenuse C. So they're both A over C. So we know that sine 21 is equal to cosine 69. So let's get rid of this work and scoot these over. Now 69 degrees is this angle right here. If we were to rotate all the way around once and then go back to here, that would end up being the 69 plus 360, which gives us the cosine of 429. Let's scoot this over. So now let's go around 2 times. I'm going to go around once to get the 429, and then again I'll add another 360. That's equal to 789. So let's get rid of this and squish these together. So sine of 21 is the same thing as cos 789. So once again, why was 6 afraid of 7? Cos 789. How exciting. Why was 6 afraid of 7?
That was so bad. I almost accidentally sent it to my friends. That was so, I hated that. I hated that so much. No, man, no. You shouldn't need an engineering degree to like laugh at jokes, okay? And I know my chat probably, half of you are like, bro, I have no idea why people laugh when comedians say stuff, but that was outright hilarious. I let out a guffaw, okay? I was laughing so hard. I am such a big fan of trigonometry. Oh my God, this is the only way I laugh, okay? I love that. I ha ha ha, this is so funny. Math jokes are the best. Oh my God, blammo. This is like the only time I've ever laughed at anything since I watched Young Sheldon 8 times in a row. Clout, let's go. Free clout, baby.